welcome to our Second Chances YouTube channel. Today we have a very special guest, and she started an organization called Service Dogs Inc. And she's going to tell us all about it. But I want to welcome Sheri Soltes. So, Sheri, thanks so much for joining me here on my YouTube channel, Second Chances Dogs. The whole purpose of this YouTube channel that I started is to share stories of dogs that have been adopted. Plus, also, I interview and share about organizations that has a huge impact on the rescue community. So your organization is one of those, and I just want to share to the audience what your organization is all about and the impact it's had. So tell us a little about your organization, Service Dog Inc.
Hi. Well, my name's Sheri Soltes. I founded Service Dogs Inc. nearly 40 years ago in 1988. And we train what I call the cousins to guide dogs. We train hearing dogs that assist people with a hearing loss, service dogs that assist people with mobility related disabilities, like they're in a wheelchair, they've survived a stroke, or they might have something they were born with, like cerebral palsy. But instead of following the global majority, which breeds their dogs and only uses some of them, like a third, we get all of our dogs from animal shelters.
Oh,
So we're
that's
giving
wonderful.
the dog a second chance as well as helping the client rebuild their life.
Wonderful. That's great. I love the fact that you are using dogs from the shelter. As you know, I'm a huge animal support rescue supporter, and I've been doing that for many, many years. So that's really awesome. So tell us about where you're located.
We serve the whole state of Texas, but right now we have 6 acres in Dripping Springs, which is a little bit outside of Austin, about 25 minutes or so. It's nice because we fit with their zoning. And when we built this property 20 years ago or so, it was less expensive to locate here. So it's been a very nice community. We are now searching for a satellite campus closer to downtown Austin in the airport so we can train dogs in those urban settings. Like Dripping is very nice, but it's like a town you go to on the weekend, but they don't even have an elevator. So
Okay,
it would take us an hour or 30 minutes to an hour to drive one dog to somewhere where we can have those kinds of environments. And it's better if we can kind of have a closer location so we can work that in more often.
that's wonderful. I think an Austin location makes sense, especially near the airport. So tell us about what is the biggest impact your organization has had on the in the community and with the people that you give the service dog to help them.
We it's kind of like the same thing as a guide dog. We're changing somebody's life every day, 24 hours a day for 10 to 15 years, as long as that dog is with them. And we have clients who are on their second and third dogs from us.
Oh,
So not only are we rescuing dogs from shelters, we're sort of an example for the public. We're taking a dog someone threw away or that got lost or never had a chance, and we're training it to a very high level of assistive technology, which hopefully inspires people to rescue shelter dogs for their pets as well.
yeah.
With the client, we have a veteran who was in the Air Force and his hearing deteriorated. And he said, I can be a better father now because my dog lets me know when my kids are calling for me.
Oh,
We've had dogs that have saved people's lives, but we've had clients who say the everyday independence they get back from their dog is even more important to them. And you also have what I call technology you can hug. It's not just a gadget, it's something that loves you. It wants you to touch it. It's helps you feel more at ease in social situations and things like that. It's an icebreaker. A lot of people find that they're more easily approached by others when they have a service dog versus they're in a wheelchair and people don't know what to say. So
right.
it has sort of an ongoing impact both in the immediate four corners of the client's life, but also a ripple effect in the community. Also, we've had clients go back to work, go back to school, things like that, and their family gets more independence because the family's not always worried about them and hovering, trying to take care of them.
Right. That's wonderful. So, which rescues do you normally find dogs that you take to do the training? And are they puppies or are they adults?
We use dogs that are young adults. We like to be able to get at least a year and a half old because 18 months is where a hip x-ray will show you if the dog has bad hips or not. It
Okay.
doesn't show up
Yeah.
earlier, just like you don't know if your child needs braces till they're a little older. So we like that. We adopt from shelters all over Texas. So we've gotten dogs from San Antonio Animal Care Services, San Marcos Regional Animal Services,
Hmm.
Harris County Pets in Houston, Houston SPCA, the little Hill Country Humane, Paws of Dripping Springs, Paws of Central Texas, the Bastrop County Animal Services, some of them in the DFW area as well. So our trainers are often on the road doing the lessons. Once we move the dog in, we do a continuation of the training.
Hmm.
And when they're in another area, they'll go look at a shelter.
That's
So
wonderful.
really, we usually have dogs from about 10 different shelters at a time. On our website, under each dog's profile, it'll tell you what shelter we adopted it from.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I've been to your website. It's great information. So, how long does it take to train a dog once you adopt them from the rescue?
Training lasts about 12 to 14 months. We have certain phases the dog goes through. When we've had it around 6 or 8 months, we will start introducing the clients on the waiting list to dogs to try to match a client with a dog that fits their needs and their preferences. Then we'll do another 2 months or so of custom training for that client when they want specific behaviors, like a certain ringtone that they want the dog to alert them to if they're deaf, or maybe they have something they want the dog to get for them out of the refrigerator, so we can teach that. Some clients with mobility restrictions want help with laundry. We had a veteran who was hurt in a helicopter crash. He wanted the dog to pull the Velcro on his tennis shoes.
Oh, wow.
We had a teacher who had rheumatoid arthritis, so she didn't have a lot of finger use. She couldn't unzip her hoodie, so she wanted the dog to help her with that. So, and then sometimes people have real specific medical issues that we can train for, like they're a stroke survivor and they can walk, but the dog can be kind of a counterbalance to help them with maintain their stability.
That's amazing that there's so many different needs, and that dogs can be trained to do things like removing the Velcro on a pair of shoes. That's really
Yeah,
awesome.
and they're going in public just like somebody with a guide dog. So they're also
Yeah.
very well behaved in restaurants and in stores and at the airport and
Hmm.
things like that as well. And you're allowed to fly with your legitimate assistance dog or service
Hmm.
dog on an airplane. And I know because I helped rewrite some of those regulations on the national level. So they've really tried to improve their standards, but that's why we train so much in public, because we want the dog to be focused on the handler and not on anything that's going to interfere with the business.
Yes. So, are your trainers on staff or they're volunteers?
Everybody's on staff. Everybody who's full-time gets full health insurance, including dental and vision. And then we have part-time employees, but everybody who is hands-on with the dogs is an employee.
Okay, wonderful. And how many people do you have that apply to have a service dog? Do you have a wait list?
We usually have a wait list. Our goal is to get it to a year or less. The industry average is 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
We have another applicant orientation day in a week from now. That's where the applicants filled out the paperwork, but they spend a half a day with us where we introduce them to our program. They get a mini training session with the dogs, and it gives them a chance to see what they're really taking on to really be sure that that's what they want to do.
Hmm. Okay, wonderful. So tell me about your biggest fundraiser that you do with your organization. I've been a part of it recently and I absolutely love it. And I know lots of animal lovers, they follow it and do it every year. So tell us about that fundraiser.
Well, thank you. And we love having you there, Kim. We do a big event. Really, the event's better known than we are. It's called the Mighty Texas Dog Walk.
Hmm.
It's it's usually 1,500 to 2,000 people walking dogs. And I started it, I built it in 1999. We skipped COVID. So we just had our 25th one at the end of November. Currently, we've been having it at Camp Mabry Parade Grounds, which is a good venue for us. It's a mile walk, and then we have a lot of exhibitors and sponsors and people with dog and family related businesses that sort of like a trade show for dog families that
Right.
have products and services related to dogs. There are a few others that are family oriented, but they pay a sponsorship fee to be there, or maybe a little vendor fee, or they trade something. And then the people participating buy a ticket, but they end up with a gift bag. Some of them, you'll see them carrying 4 gift bags to their car, and then they're like, this is my second trip. So everybody's handing out a lot of freebies or doing things like you do, like taking beautiful pet portraits. So people like it. We have entertainment. We have the local drill team. This year we had Flying Disc Dogs of Texas did 2 performances. So we call it the Doggiest Day in Austin. So it's very fun because especially these days, people take sides on so many issues. And at this event, everyone's smiling. Everybody's there because they love dogs. And the guests are the biggest draw to each other because everybody's looking at each other's dogs and saying, that's a beautiful dog.
Mhm.
We started doing a costume contest. So last year it was pajama party, and this year it was Renaissance, which was great. One couple even built sort of a boat for their dog, and he was like a Spanish explorer. And next year, I haven't announced this yet, but I can on your podcast. Our costume theme is good sports.
Oh, great.
So, whatever that means, it can be football, baseball, ribbon dancing, chess, whatever. But I think it's another kind of unifying theme that'll be easy for people to have fun with.
I thought it was absolutely fun. I had my photo booth there as a sponsor, and we had all the dogs come, especially the winners. And the winner from last year came, and oh my gosh, their costume was amazing. And then the winner with the boat, the pirate, that was
Yes.
just really outstanding. So,
Yeah, they were a pirate. The dog had a medallion, the dad had a medallion. They came in from Houston for this. So
wow.
we're starting to draw people. We had a sponsor, Pet Labco, that came in. Half of them were literally from Australia, and they came all the way here to do this event. So that's pretty exciting too.
That is exciting. Wonderful. I have clients that I photographed many, many times, and they always have a team together. And I think they raise money, right? By
For
being a
sure.
team.
Yeah, the teams can try to get donations, and we have very giant, gaudy, fun trophies. So the team that raises the most donations gets a trophy,
Oh,
and
okay.
the biggest team, and then we have some of the costume trophies, and it's real fun to see them. People will tell me they start working on their costumes the minute they hear the theme.
That's outstanding. I'm so excited to be part of next year again. So tell me, any other fundraisers that you do that we can share so that we can get more supporters for your organization?
That's the main special event that we do. One of the cool things we're doing, because we've had so much community support, we're adding another training program. We are now going to be training psychiatric service dogs for people with post-traumatic stress, veterans and other folks. They're still going to get the dog free of charge, which is why we're so grateful for donations. So we're working on that towards the end of the year and the satellite campus. We kind of put all our energy into the dog walk since we're not really a special events company. We're a
Right.
service dog company.
Yeah.
But this year was our smoothest running dog walk, and everybody liked it. I think, as usual, they hated the food at the VIP. We'll have a new one next year. Everybody hates the food at VIP, the VIP tent every year, but we shall do it again and get work on someone different and try to get them some food they like. But that's part of the bag is the VIPs are entitled to have it the way they want it. But nobody complains. One of our sponsors is Dripping Springs Vodka, and they have a lot of cocktails at the VIP booth, and that takes the edge off of the eggs were cold. So yeah.
Well, it was absolutely fun. I enjoyed it. So, tell me, how can the community help support your organization?
There are one way is to donate, but another way is we would love to have volunteers as foster families where they come to our campus and take a dog home for the weekend.
Oh, wow, that's
So
a great
and then
idea.
they bring it back on Monday morning, and we have an orientation for them online. So if they just go to the website under volunteer, it'll say foster, and we'll talk with them and do it according to their schedule. They're not committed to do it any more often than they want to. So that gives the dogs a chance to get some more experience in a home and get a little bit of a break. And they're a lot fresh on Monday when they get to go home with someone new over the weekend and just be a dog.
What an absolutely great idea.
Thank you.
Love to go to Hawaii, and every year I go. I always volunteer my photography services because in Maui and Kauai and even on the Big Island, they have the shelters there and they always
Mhm.
allow people to come and check a dog out for the day and they take the dog to the beach. And the number one reason they do that is because most of the people who take the dogs out adopt them and fly them home to the mainland, which is what I did. And I adopted a
Oh,
dog
wow.
from Kauai Humane Society in 2016. He's now 14. His name's Makai. He has a deformed leg, so he hops on three legs, but he's wonderful. And I think it's great that you have this program where people can take a dog home for the weekend.
Thank
What
you.
if
Well,
they
now
fall
you're
in
my
love
new
with a
favorite
dog?
person after, if you weren't already, you're my new favorite person now. You're really sweet. That's great. Plus, I went through your photos. They're beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
It's
that.
funny. One of the costume winners the dog's name is Guppy. It's a Chihuahua.
Yes.
Last year they were in turkey pajamas and they
Yes.
had a baby, a little boy that was an
Mm-hmm.
infant.
Yep.
This year they were in Renaissance, like they were all
Got
queens
the crown.
and the little boy is like one now and he's crying and screaming and all the pictures that we took, yours are better, but the
Yeah.
crown like falls down on his face. It's like a Burger King crown and he's like, I hate this. And it's kind of funny. But the mom's having a great time and so is the dog.
Yeah, she loved it. And she didn't bring the baby this time because I guess the baby had a meltdown or something. But the dog was super cute with the little crown. She
Yes,
absolutely
Guppy's a
loved,
good sport.
yeah, she absolutely
And
loved
we
it.
have agility and we have a game, one of our called Sniffari, which is like an
Mhm.
obstacle course where the dogs use their nose to find little pieces of hot dog.
Yeah.
So there's suitcases and it's like you're an airport detective dog and things like that based on sniffing games. So this year Taurus Academy did that for us. So they did a good job.
Yeah.
Zoom Room does the agility for people that want to get into that. It's a lot of people that just want to make your time with your dog as amazing as possible. So that
Mhm.
this is where they all show up.
Yep, it was super fun. And my husband came to help me and he brought our two rescue dogs, Apollo, who's a doodle, and then Sasha, who's a husky lab. And I thought they
Wow.
would freak out with all the dogs, but they did so well. They had such a blast. And we even had Sasha's nails trimmed for free. So that was great. And of course, there's a ton of free stuff too. So I think I got way too many treats.
Yeah, we have a meme that says Halloween's for kids and the dog walk, the Mighty Texas Dog Walk is for dogs.
Yeah.
So everyone loves it. The sponsors love the guests love the sponsors. The VIP people hate the cold eggs, but we'll work on that again. Maybe yeah, whatever, do something else. But it's a lot of fun. And the fact that everyone's so happy from beginning. We have live music. We have a professional musician named Gigi Hart
I
or
remember the
Gigi Worth
song. Oh my
that
gosh, I
plays.
love that one song. She used the words and changed it to the dog words. That was really
Yeah,
fun.
she plays a lot. You can follow her on Facebook, Gigi Worth. She changed woman to wiener, and I forgot
Yes,
what the song was, but
it
it
was
was
fun.
pretty funny. Probably if you change woman to wiener in any song, it's pretty funny. So I'm all for that.
It was fun. I loved it. And so we're going to share all of your, links and everything in the notes of this video when I post it on YouTube. I know our Second Chances YouTube channel, but tell us where can our listeners find your organization on the website and
Oh,
Facebook?
okay. And I thought of one more way that your listeners can help us is
Yes.
we would love to have more applicants as well.
Okay.
So now that we have 5 programs, we have if they need to not have another dog, but dogs for people with a hearing loss.
Okay.
They touch you and lead you to the sound.
Oh,
Dogs for people with mobility issues like spinal cord injury,
oh,
etc. We do 2 types of dogs for agencies. We do dogs that help first responder agencies with resiliency, so mental health,
right.
so fire departments, sheriff's offices, and then also hospitals that help the staff, and then dogs that support children in court. So that's district attorney's offices. So any of that in Texas, we would love to get more referrals for.
Okay.
Um, Before I took that detour, were you asking me for how do they find us?
Yes, like on your website.
Oh, our website is super simple. It's servicedogs.org.
Okay. And same thing for Facebook?
Yeah, I think it's Facebook and all that. It's Service Dogs Inc.
Okay. Okay, great.
But the
So,
website will have all those links on there too.
and I'll add all these links in our notes too for
Thank
this
you.
panel. So, are the dogs only adoptable in the state of Texas or anywhere in the US, or do you also allow applicants from other countries?
Right now, we are only serving clients in Texas because of the personalized training we do. They have a week of training here with their dog. Then we move the dog in their home and we travel to their home weekly for 3 months at
Oh,
least.
wow. Yeah.
So we're keeping it to like 7 hours of driving.
Yes. Yeah.
And to adopt a dog that's released from training, like a career change dog, that we also want that to be in Texas.
Of course. Yes. And Texas is a big state, so it could be from one end to the other. It could be like more than
Yeah,
12 hours.
exactly. And we can, for people who are out of state, we can refer you to a website that has a lot of other providers.
That's great. Well, I am so glad to be able to share your organization. It's amazing to hear about what you do and why you started it and what impact you've had on the community. I know you service a lot of veterans too. So I am so glad to be able to share this with the community on Facebook, Instagram, and the YouTube channel. And if you have any other thing you want to share with us, great. Otherwise, I'm going to be posting this for all of our listeners, and they would be in touch if they want to apply or just to learn more or donate to your organization.
We would love that. And I'm also proud that we use positive reinforcement based
That's great.
training. We
Yes.
don't do anything mean to the dogs, no punishment, no corrections. We don't even use the word no. So, and people say, what kind of dogs are the best? And we use a lot of mixes as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we just go by their temperament. So I like to say it's just like your parents. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I just said that wrong. It's just like your coworkers. If you can do the job, we don't care who your parents are. So, um, and also, your listeners probably know this that black dogs and cats get adopted the least
Yes.
statistically. So I would encourage you to look at those dogs. When you know why, it's photography. The light doesn't
Yes.
bounce off as well, so they're
Yep.
not as visible. It's nothing other than that. So look at those black dogs and cats and give them a chance too. Yo.
Of course, that's one of the reason why I love photographing black dogs. And, I donate my services to rescues. So I have done many, many dogs that are black. And it's because people, if they don't know how to use lighting or if they're done outside, it's like a black blob. So when
Right.
I photograph black dogs, their hair is beautiful, it shines. I actually have a beautiful German Shepherd wall art here in my studio that's black, and everybody that comes in says what a gorgeous dog it is. But yeah, if you are looking to adopt a dog, please consider adopting a black dog. I have
Right.
two, so
Right.
uh,
Exactly.
but
Good.
thank you so
Well, I
much,
think
Sheri.
we're on the same page. And I haven't got to meet you because because we're both so busy at the dog walk. So you're stunning. And now what's inside of you is just as beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. I look forward to meeting you in person. So I'll reach out. But thank you so much for this interview to learn more about Service Dogs Inc. And I know that our listeners are going to love to learn more about your organization. And I'll be sharing it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheri.